So here is where, we left off with the video earlier. We've been getting started with the Gen Chem course and exploring Blackboard. And so we handled this Let's Get Started portion of the pre-summer class, exploring what the course has to offer. And we were right at the very bottom here as far as like what's next. I've already talked about the video introduction for those interested, but now I'd like to move on to Roman numeral 2 at the bottom, which is what the ebb and flow of the lecture is going to look like. And so this is what we have here now at the bottom. I will say the ebb and flow of lab right now is a little bit dynamic, so there'll be more in that bottom section shortly, so you have to be patient there. As far as the lecture goes, we're going to be talking about asynchronous and synchronous learning. We have basically within our assignments link that we talked about earlier, a number of module assignments, and as we go, I will direct you as to, okay, this module is assigned, right? This is what you need to do in terms of the practice homework. And so the assignments and the modules will basically contain video lecture material, and that'll really strongly correlate with not only practice homework, but also extra help or helpful homework videos as well to guide you through your practice regimen. I can't say this enough. The practice homework is crucial. Okay, I know it's not graded, but there are a lot of points for exams in this class, and so that's really where the meat and potatoes or the broccoli and seitan is, as far as the more problems you do there, the better off you will be. And keep in mind, you want to be able to do them on your own, right? That's the crucial part, and oftentimes it takes practice and repetition. So within the modules, we'll find that there's a number of headings. If we go down just a little bit, we see blue heading. Video lectures have blue headings. We said then practice homework is in red, and then homework videos for extra help are in purple. And so that's how the modules tend to be broken down. And just to give you a better picture of those three colors and how this will operate, we can go up to the assignment link, again, far to left, upper left, number 2. And we can explore maybe Module E. I do have that available to everyone now. The other modules are hidden at this point. And so with Module E, what we see is we have a number of learning objectives. So here we're looking at, units of matter, dimensional analysis, significant figures, density, right? These are all the ideas that we want to get out of it. And then we have our assignments. And notice that there are a number of videos here. I try to break the assignments down into, 30 or, 45-minute lectures to allow yourself for breaks in between. I also like to put music into the scene as well. So each assignment will start off with some type of music video. Here we're looking at the Talking Heads. And then if you go down, you can see that each lecture module is in blue. So we have lecture 1 of module E. We have lecture 2 of module E, right? And we have some descriptions as far as those go with Roman numeral 1 and Roman numeral 2. Notice now, after those 2 lecture modules, we have red, practice homework, right? We don't want to do this. And there we are in chapter E, looking at numbers 23, 25, 35, and 37, right? And those are tied to the 2 lectures that we have here above. We then find another video talking about sig figs, and then find, some more homework, right? So we have some homework tied to that. So each assignment is going to have multiple practice homework sections here, but I'm organizing it in such a way so that the practice homework is correlated to the actual video portion of the lecture if you want to go back and revisit the lecture as you're doing that practice homework. So for Roman numeral 3, we now have some more chapter E homework, but also notice now that there is a purple heading with this Chapter E, number 88 AC, significant figures and calculations. And what that's doing is taking us to just some extra help, and that's a link. So we can go directly
Number
to
88,
an
chapter
example
1.
like
I'm
we
going to
see
do part
here.
A and part
Sorry
C.
for the double voice.
A has point
And this
4.
is just basically me walking through problems and trying to help you out, as you're doing things. So if you had a problem with significant figures and calculations here, you could revisit the video for lecture 3, or you could then check this link, and maybe that example problem will help you with what you're trying to get through during the practice homework. And then trying to break it up again with some music here. Again, taking a break, maybe get some coffee, stretch, right? And then we finish the module with lecture 4, getting into density essentially. And so notice again here with lecture 4 of module E, we now have more homework assignments as well. We have more videos to help us as far as, homework video demonstrations, right, to help you with certain concepts. And then I always up the game at the very end with some tougher questions. And so really, you want the basis, and that's always going to be those problems by topic that are directly attached to, correlated with the practice videos that we see above. Always the last part of the assignment is definitely the tougher echelon of questions, and so it's good practice, but realize that they are much tougher. So that would be an example of a module, and so it's broken down again into, as I said, lecture videos that aren't super long, but they're broken down into 30 to maybe 50-minute increments. Practice homework directly assigned to each lecture in red. And then if you need help, then there are these purple links to try to make those connections a little bit more sound and a little bit more strong. If we go back to where we were at here, is we were at, this ebb and flow portion. So we talked about the video lectures having blue headings, right, homework in red, help in purple. And then just going down to the next bullet, right, this is really kind of the flow, I guess. So basically each module that we have, I'm going to assign it the day before class. So we will have class on Monday. Let's say, well, I'm going to give you an assignment Sunday morning for class on Monday. And it'll be a module like we just visited it. It's up to you to do that assignment. You're on your honor with that assignment. Again, it's practice, and the more practice you do, the better. And then in class the next day, on that Monday, what class is going to be is really a flip. I just want to talk about questions and answers. What questions do you have? How can I help? And work on problems together. We're going to be using Microsoft Teams to do that. And that's going to be between 8 and 11 a.m., and that's Eastern Standard Time. And so that would be, Monday through Thursday, essentially. So we'll get assignments Sunday through Wednesday. We'll have class where we really discuss the assignments through looking at problems Monday through a Thursday. And please come with questions, right? The idea is that you guys are actually doing the attempts, you're doing the work, and then I'm trying to help fill in the blanks and then give you other examples, or you have the basics and now we're working at the higher level, right, and getting into some more nitty gritty. So that's the idea as far as class goes. Every Friday we would then have an actual exam. And so the exams are going to be held on Mastering Chemistry. Again, that's where your practice homework can be found, so please get used to that platform. I don't want to get too much into the exam just yet, but there'll be a nice window to take the exam. But the exam will be 3 hours, and the platform will be on mastering chemistry. So that's kind of the ebb and flow as I see it. Just to rehash that, Sunday through Wednesday, I'm giving you assignments and modules. You're watching the videos. You're doing the homework. You're using the purple helped links to get through that homework. And of course, if you have questions, please use the discussion boards or email me. That's why I have those as well. And then class time, again, this is something that's up to you to attend, as always. But come ready with questions so that we can discuss and get to more difficult stuff. And I think that's going to make the learning process so much better for you all. Ebb and Flow Lab, as I said, is a little bit dynamic right now. We will get back to that later, maybe not in the video, maybe just kind of updating this particular portion of the document. So that's where we're at thus far. Please explore the whole Blackboard website. As we get closer to class or when the semester starts, I will be sending you announcements. Be safe, happy, and healthy.